All right. So today I am doing my meal prep. I'm Renee Simpson, for those who don't know, also known as the Well Diva and the Self Love and Happiness Coach. I'm a registered dietitian, plant-based chef, and I'm a positive psychology coach and hypnotherapist. And I love to cook, and I love to cook healthy, and I love to teach others how to cook healthy. But sometimes, y'all know, sometimes we don't feel like cooking, right? So just because I love to cook doesn't mean I love to do it all the time. So I'm really trying to get myself into a habit of doing my meal prep so that on those days when I don't feel like cooking, I'm good. So lately I have been doing a meal prep of salads. That's like one of my favorite things is salads. And so today I call this Travel Taste Thrive because I'm known for my travel experiences, and I usually take a cooking class when I travel. So I appreciate cuisines from all over the world. And today we're going to Mexico. And that is one place I still need to take a cooking class. I just thought about that. I went to take a cooking class when I was in Mexico. Y'all, guess what they were offering? Sushi. Like, what? Why? That was crazy. So I took a sushi making class in Mexico. Still need to learn how to recreate some of those wonderful flavors, but I'm going to give you my version of kind of like a Chipotle bowl, if you want to call it that. But these are just some things that I like to make and give myself some options later in the week. Like I might start out with a bowl, of these ingredients, and the next day it's another ingredient. So I like to give myself a little variety. So again, like I said, it's plant-based. So I'm going to do my buffalo chickpeas today, okay? I start out with a little butter. I'm going to put a little oil in here too. I don't want my butter to burn, so I'm going to put a little bit of oil because this skillet might be a little hot. It's been on for a second. All right, so all I'm doing is some oil, some butter. Okay, it's not too hot. I just didn't want that butter to burn. And I'm using avocado oil this week. Okay. A little oil, a little butter. Butter will burn, and olive oil just it's not made to really, really heat up high. So you don't want to use just olive oil or butter. So I use the avocado oil. I know it can take the heat. And then I'm going to add my chickpeas. I just got a can of chickpeas that I rinsed off. Let me let that warm up a little bit more. This will be my protein. And then let them get coated with the butter. And then I'm going to add some hot sauce. You can use sriracha too. I just happen to have some hot sauce, and I'm thinking about a half a cup. Can you see everything here? I'm using enough to kind of cover them. Okay. Yeah, that was probably about a half a cup of hot sauce. And that's it. These are buffalo chickpeas. I will let these cook until most of that liquid has evaporated. Okay. Now, while that's cooking, I'm going to move that a little bit to the side so those who are on TikTok can still see me. Okay. So I'm going to let that cook. I might have put a little too much hot sauce in there. I'm not sure. But that's okay. All right. Now I'm going to cut up some veggies for my Chipotle bowl. Even though I'm saying Chipotle because y'all know the restaurant Chipotle. I have some Chipotle peppers. I may or may not use those. Those are really hot. So I guess this is more of a Mexican food bowl than it is a Chipotle bowl. But anyway, I've got some peppers. I'm gonna cut up my peppers and onions, and then I'm gonna saute those as well. I was hoping to have this almost done by the time I get ready to cook these peppers. But anyway, the more colors you have on your plate, the healthier. Okay, so I just like to use a variety of colors of peppers. And I've also got some radish. I like the texture of radish. I like that crunch. Okay. Now, if I had a gas burner, I would put these right on the gas and let them get a char. Oh my gosh, that gives it such a wonderful flavor. So I may end up buying me a gas burner because I love to put peppers and not zucchini, peppers and eggplant. I love to put those on the burner and let them get that char. And then you peel that skin off, but it gives the vegetables such a great flavor. Okay. All right. So I got my yellow, red, and green peppers. And then I'm also going to do red onion. And I'm going to cook all of these. So these would be kind of like the fajita vegetables. I think you could get, yeah, they give you peppers as an option at a Chipotle. So this kind of my own restaurant today. Oh, these are really cooking here. So these just take a few minutes for that liquid to evaporate. And I don't really have to add anything else to it. That's pretty much it. That'll be pretty spicy, but I like spicy. All right. Yeah, cut that yellow one up so fast I didn't even see it. Okay, now I'm gonna do my red one. Hey y'all. I'm making my meal prep. Do you guys meal prep on Sundays or do you meal prep at all? I like to do salads. So healthy. So today I'm doing kind of a Mexican salad. You could call it a taco salad, I guess, or a Chipotle bowl. And for my protein, I'm doing buffalo chickpeas. Last week I did tofu. So I'm not going to do tofu again this week. I think I had enough. I'm not tired of it, but I like to get a variety. And I also have pumpkin seeds. That's another protein that I can use as a plant-based protein that goes really nicely with this dish. Okay. When you go to Chipotle, or do you go to Chipotle? If so, what's your favorite? What's your favorite combination at Chipotle? I like to get the salad. I tried the burrito one time. It was completely lacking in flavor and culture and spice. It was just like, what the heck? Oh, it was just this plain old tortilla. I get the sofritas. And I think I got the black beans. I don't think I got the rice. But whatever the case, it was just so bland to me. I just was like, that was the first time I ever thought Chipotle was really bland. I've heard people say that, but I experienced it when I tried out the burrito. I was like, this is not good. So, let's see. Hi from Colorado. Your husband does most of the cooking. You do the eating. Okay. All right. So what do y'all like to get if you go to Chipotle? Okay, I got my yellow, I got my red. Now I'm going to do my green pepper. And I think I'm just gonna do half of it because I'm making all this just for me. So I don't want to be wasteful, but I am gonna eat on this for today's Sunday. I'll probably eat on this all the way up to about Thursday. Your leftovers are good in the fridge for about 5 days. After that, it's time to let them go, honey. Okay. Now, if it's seafood, probably 3 days. But all these fresh veggies that I'm going to be cooking up, they'll be fine. They'll make it through the week. Okay, so I got all my peppers. And next I'm going to cook my red onion. Now see, the liquid is evaporating, so this is almost done. Yes, it gives it a nice little coating, and it's going to be really spicy. Okay, so I like to do red onion. I'm gonna cook a little bit of that. When I was in Tanzania, they cook a lot with red onion, and they cook it for a long time. They'll put it in some oil. They put it in quite a bit of oil too. And they will just let it cook just like a little bit more than a simmer until the onion is brown, like maybe 20 minutes. And it gives that oil such a good flavor. So I find myself sometimes doing that technique when I cook something with onions. It gives, oh my God, it makes the oil so good. And sometimes I just take that oil and save it and cook different dishes with it. All right, if you're just joining me, I am making my meal prep for the week, y'all. And I'm doing a kind of a, I guess you could call it a Mexican salad bowl or a Chipotle bowl. That's not enough red onion. I want more red onion. I got my buffalo chickpeas going. And all that is some butter, a little bit of olive oil. Was that olive oil? No. Butter and avocado oil and hot sauce. That's all this is with the chickpeas. I just let it simmer until the liquid has evaporated, and then it's done. And that's just 1 can of chickpeas, okay? I'm trying to see what you say over there. She said, I usually order a platter steak. This is so spicy, it's getting in my throat. But I do, you doctor it up at home. Okay, you see what I'm saying? What is up with Chipotle? Like, did the food used to be more flavorful at Chipotle than it is now? Because I did not know that their food was so bland. I just never noticed that before until, like I said, I got a burrito. Usually I get a salad. I get the sofritas. Let's see, I get the lettuce. Then I might get a little bit of rice, a little brown rice. And then I'll get the sofritas, and I'll get the guacamole, and I definitely want them peppers. And then I'll get like a couple of different salsas. And then are they stingy with the salad dressing? Because it's like, they won't give you the salad dressing unless you ask for it. Ma'am, I ordered a salad. Why wouldn't I want the dressing? So I don't know if they're trying to be stingy or what. But to me, that burrito, it needs some help. So is that the case when you go to Chipotle? Have you noticed the food is just not that seasoned? I don't know. I don't know if it changed or if I just ordered something different. Just wondering if anybody else had that experience. Okay, so can y'all see how these are like really drying up? It was like a puddle at first. And now it's like, I know over here on TikTok, you can't really see it, huh? Okay, hold on. Let me move back over so you can see what's going on over here. Okay, so at first it was like this puddle, and now it's all dried up. So they're pretty much done. I mean, I can let it go another minute, but I want to go ahead on and get these peppers in here. And I might need a bigger, looks like I'm gonna need a bigger skillet, because, hold on. Where's my big one? There it is. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do a bigger skillet because I have quite a bit of peppers here. Yep, so that's pretty much done. So I got these little containers on TikTok. These are in my TikTok shop. But because this is so hot, I don't know that I want to put that in there. Let me put that in this bowl until it cools off. Okay. So this is my plant-based protein option. If I have time, I might make another protein, but the other one I have is soy rizo, and it's spicy too, so I might not want all that heat. And that's it. Very easy to make. Have y'all ever had buffalo chickpeas? Let me know if y'all ever tried that. These are really good in just a salad with like a ranch dressing too. All right. Oh, I dropped one somewhere. My dog, he's gonna be in trouble if he eat that. I don't see it. All right, so next I want to get these peppers on. Oh, I like all that sauce in there. I wish I had something I could do with this sauce. Let me just put it in that bowl. I don't want to waste nothing, y'all. Let me get all that. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna do the peppers. Something a little bit bigger. Okay. And while I'm waiting on that to heat up, I can start cutting on this radish. I like radishes. I didn't think I liked them, but when I was living in California and I ordered tacos from Hella Bomb Tacos in the Bay Area, my friend owns that taco business and his tacos are hella bomb. And he would always include a little radish with it. And I was like, I don't know if I like those. But I tried it. I liked them. They're good. So it adds a little bit of a different texture since I'm going to cook the peppers. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. You over here talking to me? You said I ordered more extra special cheese. She said, I'll pay for it. Give me more. I know that's real. Shoot. We use a lot of pumpkin seeds. Okay. So I got the pumpkin seeds. I love to add those. I have a couple different dishes I put pumpkin seeds in. One is this salad. And another one is I make a kale salad. It's a kale and avocado salad. You take the kale leaves and you pour some lemon or lime juice. I usually do lemon juice over them. And then massage them with your avocado. So lemon and avocado, massage that into the kale leaves to soften them up. And then you put a little salt and pepper and pumpkin seeds in there. And it's a really good, simple salad. I also put some tomatoes in it. I think that's pretty much it. And sometimes that's dinner. I mean, it's a really light dinner, but I've gotten kind of used to eating light foods since I've been plant-based. I don't require I just don't have to have heavy meals anymore. So, all right. Hey, y'all, I see you guys on TikTok. If you see me, if you hear me, tap the screen, give me the heart so I know y'all are with me, okay? Today I am making my meal prep for the week. And it's kind of a Mexican salad bar, I guess you could call it, okay? And over here on, I see the hearts over there on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the love on YouTube. Come on, TikTok. Y'all don't love me? Give me some hearts. Tap, 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 tap the screen. Okay, so this feels like it is hot enough to get going. Okay. So I'm gonna put a little oil in here. I'm using my avocado oil again, okay? Not a whole lot. This is a non-stick skillet, so I don't need a whole lot of oil there. And then I have cut up 3 colors of bell pepper and red onions. So I'm just gonna put this in here. Okay. Lots of vitamin C. Some fiber. Yes, it smells heavenly up in here right about now. Let me turn it down some. Okay. And it looks gorgeous, y'all. Isn't that beautiful, all that color? I love it. Okay, we got some beta carotene for the eyes. This is how we need to be eating, y'all. We need to be eating fresh and healthy, and we need to be cooking it ourselves. Let's stop depending on other people to always cook for us. We gotta take care of ourselves. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more onion because I'm gonna make a corn and tomato salsa. So let me just get a little more onion for that. Okay. Just a small amount. Like I said, I'm the only one eating this, so I don't need to make a whole lot. It'll last me. This will last me about 4 or 5 days. And I won't get tired of it because I'm giving myself a good variety so that each time I make my bowl, it'll be a little bit different. And y'all, I mean, I'm in here and out of here in an hour or two, and I don't have to come back and cook again until the end of the week. It's worth it to do it that way. And I got variety, you know. But sometimes people meal prep, they make one dish and they eat on that dish all week. I ain't doing it. I want to have some variety. So I got these peppers. I might just make myself a wrap, a fajita. And then the next day, I might make myself a salad. And then I might make a salad with cabbage. I might make a salad the next day with arugula, but I'm going to get me some variety. Okay. All right, so I got a little red onion. And then I picked up this big, beautiful tomato from the farmer's market. Okay. So let me get my, oh no, here's one. What's that? Serrated knife. You want to cut your tomato with a serrated knife, y'all. Not a flat blade. Okay. This will flatten out your tomato. This will cut right through it. So you always want to cut your tomato with a serrated edge knife. Okay, the knife with the little teeth. Okay. So I'm just going to get a little bit of this tomato. I got to think of something to do with the rest of it. I might make some salsa. I have salsa in a jar, but this is enough tomato to make myself some salsa. I'm going to just put a little tomato because I don't eat a whole lot of tomato. Sometimes tomato will give me indigestion. So I'm not going to eat a whole lot of it. But I will put a little bit in that salsa. This is gorgeous. I just love looking at this, and it smells wonderful. Now, if I add a little pinch of salt, that's going to bring more of the liquid out of it. I don't know that I want to do that yet because I would love to get them a little bit brown, but I might not have the right skillet for that. Okay, so let me get my tomato ready. So I got corn, tomato, red onion, and then I'll put a little bit of salt and cumin to make my salsa, and I'll put a little lime juice too. And that's pretty much it for my corn and tomato salsa. That's one option. And then I also have some peach salsa that I picked up when I was driving back from North Carolina a couple weeks ago and saw this like big peach farm. So I got some peach sauce. I might be able to use that this week. All right, so my corn, I like to get the roasted corn. See how you see the char in there? That's the roasted corn from Trader Joe. Comes in a little bag in the frozen section. I love to get that char on there because it just tastes better. Okay. So I got a little of the roasted corn. I'm going to add, I don't know if y'all can really see this, but I'm going to add my onion and my tomato that I got from the farmer's market. And that's pretty much it. Then I'm going to add some cumin, salt. Let me rinse this off. Hold on. I'm going to add cumin, salt, and lime juice. Will I add any oil? Yeah, maybe a little bit of olive oil, maybe a little bit. But anyway, there's the salsa. I probably could have cut that tomato up smaller. It looked like some big old chunks. But it looks good, huh? Yeah, that's lovely. Another thing you can do with that is add black beans. That'll give you some more protein. All right, so I got some cumin. Oh, they are getting a little bit charred. I like that. Lovely. Yes. That's what you want. That brown, that char. Can you see it? That's the caramel coming through. The sweetness of the vegetable is coming to the surface and it cooks and it turns brown. That's what we want. That's what we want. That gives it such a good flavor. You can also put them in the oven, but it's kind of hot right now. I'm not turning that oven on. All right, so I'm going to put a little cumin in there. Okay. And some salt. Yep, a little salt. And I'm going to squeeze some lime in there too. That'll be good. Oh, I got a jalapeno too. That might be good, but I don't want everything to be hot. Let me get a spoon. Because the chickpeas are already hot, so put a little lime in there. And there's my salsa. I might drizzle a little bit of olive oil in there. I don't know. I don't have to. I think that's fine. I don't have to add any oil to that. Let me see how it tastes with a tortilla chip, though. That is the ultimate test. Okay, my peppers look good, y'all. They're gorgeous. I like cooking. Do you like cooking? I find it therapeutic. Cooking is, it's just like if you're into something like jewelry making or drawing or painting, it's something that allows you to just really completely focus, really zone in, and you get in a zone and you just flow, and it allows you to let go of your stresses, let go of anything that's bringing you down. It really lifts your mood. I hear people say they don't like to cook. I think maybe I don't know, maybe it's just, I don't know how to like organize it so that it's not so much of a chore, like you can buy, like I bought the can of beans. I didn't go soaking the beans. I mean, you can do that, but I always think it through, like how much time do I want to be in the kitchen? How much do I want to get done? I like using my knife. So I buy my vegetables whole, but you can buy stuff already chopped up a lot of times. Only thing I would not recommend is don't buy garlic already chopped up and don't buy garlic already peeled because you lose a lot of the flavor like that. So let me get me a tortilla chip. Check this salsa out. Let's see. I'm not a huge fan of corn, by the way, but I thought I'd do it since I had some corn in the freezer. Okay. Cilantro. I love cilantro, and I'm going to add some cilantro to that. Oh, but it's good. This is just about done, y'all. It's got some char here and there. I don't think I'm going to wait till it's totally charred. It's not that serious. This is not fajitas. This is just some sauteed veggies. But I think I'm going to add a little cilantro. Now, let me tell you a little bit about cilantro. Cilantro is good for the liver. But also, the way you take care of it. Look at that. This cilantro I bought a week ago. And look how good it looks. When you get your cilantro, you wash it, keep your stems together and shake it under water, vinegar, a little apple cider vinegar and water, and then rinse it. And then you put it in a glass and make sure the tips of the stem are under water. And then you put a baggie over the top, put it in the fridge, and it stays fresh a lot longer. Because cilantro will go bad on you, and you'll be like, dang, I wasted my money. So I'm going to take a little bit and chop it up, and put it in this salsa. Okay. I'm going to turn these veggies out because they're pretty much done. Is that on? Yeah, they look good. I'll let them sit here a little bit longer because they're definitely not overcooked. Did I put salt in them? I never did put salt. I'm going to put a little salt in them. Where did I put my salt bowl? Oh, here it is. I'm going to put a little bit of salt in there. I didn't want all the water to come out, so that's why I didn't put the salt in earlier, because then they would be more like steaming instead of kind of getting sauteed and charred. So now I just put the salt in. All right. Okay, so now I'm taking my cilantro, kind of ball it up, and I can chop it up. And I'm just going to put that right into the corn and tomato salsa. Chop it up real good, though. A lot of people don't like cilantro. I know some of y'all have that gene that allows you to taste it in a different way. I don't know if it's you have the gene or you're missing the gene, but some people think cilantro tastes like soap. And I'm grateful that I am not one of those people, and I absolutely love my cilantro. But if it tastes like soap to you, it's true. It's not a myth. You've got that. You either have a gene or don't have a gene that makes it taste different for you. So, all right. So I've added the cilantro to the salsa. And now that salsa is done, honey. Good to go. And like I said, if you want to add black beans to that, you can. It's corn, red onion, tomato, cilantro, cumin, and salt, and lemon juice. That's all I did. If you want to add a little bit of olive oil, you're welcome to do that. I didn't have to have olive oil in mine. All right, so now back to these beans. They have cooled off a bit, so I feel safer pouring them into this little plastic container because y'all ran it through the dishwasher and it melted. The rest of them didn't melt, but this one got just too close to something. So be careful if you do get these. You can get them in my TikTok shop. I love them because they have a lid. And you'll see a little later. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put the chickpeas in here. And like I said, that's my protein, my chickpeas. How they look, y'all? How they look? Okay, and then I'm gonna put the, let me rinse this bowl real quick. Although I didn't need to rinse it, because I like that flavor. I'm gonna put the peppers in here. Okay. Can y'all see? Sorry. Trying not to forget my TikTok people. Okay. All right, so this is red, green, and yellow bell pepper and red onion. I just sauteed them until they've got a little bit of char on them, and then I add a little salt at the end, and that's that. Okay. All right. Now, I'll let that cool a little bit before I put them in a container. Where's the container? Okay, I got another container over there. And then I have my quinoa. This is my other protein. When you do your bowls, make sure you have a couple of different proteins so that you don't get bored with the dish in the middle of the week. So I did quinoa as another protein. So some days I may want quinoa, some days I may want chickpeas, or I may want both. Okay. All right, y'all tap the screen over here. Somebody gave me some hearts over here. Thank you. Hi, Beverly, Day Day, Southern Woman. Welcome, you guys. Ramona, Lynette. Hey, welcome, everybody. Tap the screen so I know you can hear me and show me some love. Tap, tap, tap over here on TikTok. And then over here on YouTube, I got Ebony Locks. She said, oh, okay. I read that already. You use a lot of pumpkin seeds. Oh, I was telling y'all pumpkin seeds. Thank you for the love. Thank you. I use pumpkin seeds also for some more protein. So I made my quinoa already. This quinoa I made with a little bit of Better Than Bouillon, the veggie one, just to give it some really good flavor. And then I'm going to add some cilantro. Okay. So I was telling y'all about the cilantro earlier. Put it in the in a cup with some water, and then put a Ziploc bag over the top of it so it can last you a whole week or longer. You can see this cilantro looks great, and this is from last week. Okay, so when you get your herbs home from the store, take care of them. Don't just throw them in the fridge and forget about them. Take them out of that plastic bag, and you can wrap them in a damp paper towel, or you can put them in a cup like I did with the cilantro. Okay. All right, so I'm going to chop up some cilantro for this quinoa. So instead of doing rice, I do quinoa so that I can get that additional fiber and protein. Also, rice has a lot more sugar, so I don't want that. I want the fiber, I want the protein, So this is my carb in this dish, but it's also a protein. Cilantro is a complete protein at that, so that's even better. All right, so kind of give that a rough chop. And I don't think it has to be all that fine. Like I said, it's just me eating it. So I'm going to also put some lime juice in there. I feel my wig coming off, y'all. Like that girl with a wig slipped off. I feel my scarf coming loose. That's okay. I ain't got no hair under there, no way. All right, so I got my cilantro in with my quinoa. My quinoa is already seasoned because I cooked it with a little better than bouillon. And now I'm going to squeeze some lime juice. I'm looking for my spoon. And oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to put the juice of a half a lime. That little corn fell in there. That came from the other dish. All right, so this is the rest of the lime juice. I might not put that much because I don't want it to get soupy. So, you know, they do like a quinoa. They do like a cilantro rice. So I'm doing a cilantro quinoa. Okay, so it's already got salt because Better Than Bouillon has a little salt in it. And then I got my quinoa in there, and that's that. Let me see what it tastes like, though, while I'm talking about that's that. It tastes good already, but I want to see how it is now that I added the lime juice and the cilantro. It looks good, huh? Huh? I'm going to be over here feasting, y'all. All right. Let me get my tasting spoon. Very good, very good. That's perfect. Perfect. And that's that. Okay. I think I'm almost done, y'all. I need to make some I need to make some guacamole, huh? Y'all let me know if I should make guacamole. What you think? Some people like guac, some don't. Okay, I'm gonna put this in a bowl. Still a little warm, but I don't think it's too bad. These containers, I got them in my TikTok shop. I think I got 6 of them. I think they came like 6. Okay. So my peppers are there. All right, now I'm gonna rinse this bowl and use it again. I'm not trying to have 5,000 dishes at the end of this. I'm trying to just put this food away and be done. We didn't sit my tail down. Okay, so I'm gonna use that bowl to make some guac. Okay, y'all like guac? All right, it's real easy. I'll show y'all my guac in a second. But what I'm gonna do now, I got all this stuff in the way. Now I'm going to chop up some red cabbage. And I like it really thin. So I like to use, what's this thing called? I can't think of what it's called. Hold on, let me rinse this off now. And I'll show you. I can't think of what this is called, y'all. This slicer, V-slicer. I think they call it V-slicer. So I like to use that with my red cabbage. And then I tell you something else I do sometimes with my red cabbage. I'm not going to do it today, but sometimes I'll kind of pickle it by putting it in a solution of vinegar, like an apple cider vinegar or wine vinegar. Put it with vinegar and a little bit of sugar, and then submerge it, and then put a lid on that and let that marinate. And it's so good to add to your salads. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna get a little of this red cabbage. I like to eat that with my Mexican bowl. See how nice and thin that is? Okay. I don't have to buy it already done because look how quick that was. Why am I buying it already done? And then I noticed when you buy it already done, I don't think they sell the organic like that. I think that's only the non-organic that they shred for you. I want the organic. So I buy the organic. And then last week we used this cabbage for a different salad. And now I'm using the other half of it. And then whatever's left, I may take it and pickle it. So I got my cabbage. All right. I like that kind of thin because I'm not a big fan of the flavor like red cabbage. Like if it was bigger, y'all know when you slice things thinner, it gives them a different flavor. Have you ever noticed that? It's weird, but it really does. All your veggies like zucchini. I didn't think I liked zucchini until I started slicing it real thin. And now I love it. Only if it's sliced really thin, then I'm good. Tastes wonderful. So try that. If there's a vegetable that you think you don't like, slice it, prepare it a different way. With zucchini, I like to take it and put it in the zoodler and make the noodles. If you do zucchini noodles, peel the zucchini. When you buy them at the store, they don't peel them. And it's like, nobody wants to eat that. It just tastes crazy. Like, what? Like, why? All right. So let me clean myself up here, my space. Because I got a couple more things I want to chop up. I'll show you in just a second. Any questions, any suggestions, any comments, compliments? I'm not taking no complaints. I don't even want to hear it. This is my kitchen cooking for me, so there shouldn't be any complaints. But okay, y'all still with me? All right, so let me get back to this radish because I never did finish cutting up the radish. Let's see. Am I missing anything? I got to make my salad dressing, and then I'm done. This is going a lot quicker than I expected, y'all. Now, when they cut the radish, I noticed they like make a design and like they do something because it like has a little like white space in the middle. I ain't got time. I'm not doing all that. I'm just cutting up my radish. But they make it look so cute. I'm just going to cut in little pieces like that, and I'm happy with that. I just like to get a little flavor of it. Okay. Do y'all eat radishes? I didn't used to eat them, like I said, until Daniel of Hella Bomb Tacos in California in the Bay Area. I started ordering his tacos. And they always came with some radish on the side. So I tried it. I actually think I like this. Okay. All right. I'm kind of cutting them every which way, but whatever. Just like to have that little bit of a crunch. Okay. All right. Y'all doing okay? I don't see no more hearts. Y'all still with me? Are y'all zoned out? I'm almost done now, y'all. Don't zone out on me now. All right, so after the radish, I think I will go ahead and make my salad dressing or my guacamole. That's the last thing I got to do. Sometimes I just cut up some avocado and I'll add a little tahini. Is it tahini? I think it's called tahini. Yeah, that spice, that seasoning. Sometimes that's what I'll do. Now, let me show you something else I got, y'all. Where did I put it? Right here. So I have these salad cubes. Comes with a lid. This is also in my TikTok shop. I like these. When I'm doing cocktails, which is not that often anymore, but these make great gigantic ice cubes when you're doing cocktails. So I'm gonna put my radish in there because I know I don't need a whole lot of that. Okay. And I will put one of my limes in there. Oh, I've got to take that off. I'll put a lime in there. Okay. For when I want to squeeze a little lime onto my food. Okay. And then put my jalapeno in there because I like a little spice. Okay. I'm always using jalapeno between making Mexican food and Thai food. Seems like I'm always using jalapeno. I'll save the rest of that. So I put that in here. So these are, that's getting in my throat. These are kind of used as soup cubes also. They have the measure. I love these. It's a little silicone. They have a little measurement on there. So it says 250 milliliters or 1 cup. Each cube is 1 cup. And when I make like a batch of soup, I pour some in each cube, stick it in the freezer. And when I want some soup, just press up the bottom, push a soup cube out, and I'm good to go. So this is what I got in here so far. And what else I'm gonna put in there? I made too much salsa to put that in there. But I could put some of the peach salsa in there. Oh, I got something, y'all. I have some pickled onions. Sometimes I pickle my onions too, but this time I bought them. So I'll put some of that in there. Just for my convenience, I want to put everything I'm going to be using. Oops, I'm sorry, y'all can't even see me. Put everything I'm going to be using in here because it makes it so much easier for me to go to the fridge and grab something to eat as opposed to having to take out 10 different jars and containers every time I go to eat. So I like these pickled red onions. I eat these with quite a few different salads that I make. Okay. All right. And I'll put some of the peach salsa in here. And that way I don't have to go looking for it. Let's see. I'm going to put a lot of that because I don't know. Let me see. It's good. It's a little spicy. Everything is a little spicy. So now I can put that away and I don't have to go pulling that out again. Now I could put my salad dressing in this last cube. I might do that. Let's see. I think TikTok want to make sure I'm still here. So they give you this little puzzle. Okay, I'm still here. All right. Hey, y'all. Hey, all these people sitting here, ain't nobody saying nothing. I see a couple of hearts here and there. Thank you for the love. If you're just joining me, I am doing my meal prep for the week. I did my buffalo chickpeas. I did my, cilantro quinoa. Those are my plant-based proteins. I have my red cabbage, and I also have some arugula. So that's going to be my choices of lettuce. I have some pumpkin seeds. That's another protein. And then I have my little garnishes or whatever you want to call it. I've got radishes. I've got jalapeno. I've got some lime wedges. I have pickled red onion, and I have peach salsa. And I was trying to decide what to put in that last cube, y'all. Any suggestions? I'm thinking I'll put the salad dressing in there. But I don't know, that's gonna make it hard to get the salad dressing because then I'm gonna have to be spooning it. We want to make this as simple as possible. Now, when I first did this, when I first thought of doing this, I had an idea of what I wanted to go in that cube, but now I don't know what it was. Maybe it will come to me. I could put cheese in there, y'all. I don't really use cheese, but I bought some plant-based cheese to try. This is BioLife plant-based cheese. I use their feta, and it's very good. And I use their smoked Gouda, but I don't know that I've tried their cheddar. So maybe I'll do that because I have a plant-based cheddar in the fridge, and I don't love it. So what y'all say? Should I put cheese in that last cube? I'm gonna hold off for a second just in case we think of something else that would be good to put in there. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all how I make my guacamole. It is absolutely delicious. Oh, we've been on an hour? Oh, y'all, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna speed it up. All right, so now I'm gonna make my guacamole. Now they only gave me small avocados, y'all. I'm about that soft life, so I don't go running up and down the grocery store aisles too often. I like to chill and let somebody else do that. So I said I wanted avocados, and I said I wanted them slightly ripe. So when you go to get your avocado, you take this part of your thumb and press into it. And if it gives a little bit, it's perfect. However, these are small. Usually when I get 3, they're like, good size, and it gives me a nice bowl of guac. So these are a little tiny. So I might not get as much as I hoped, but she did get them. This is perfectly right. This is perfect. This one's a little bit underripe. I have some in the fridge, but I think they've probably been in there too long. I might not be able to use those. So I'm gonna try to do it with these. All right. Guacamole is just avocado, lime juice, maybe a little bit of onion powder or garlic powder, and salt. That's it. You do not add mayonnaise, cooking oil. I mean, no, you don't. Please don't do all that. You don't have to do all that to guacamole. It does not take all that. Okay. Now, if you're in Mexico and they add tomatoes and all this other stuff, maybe because they know how to make their guacamole. Guacamole the bomb when you're in Mexico. But for some reason, we get home and they try to make it like that. Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. All right. So that one is perfectly right. I'm going to try these other 2. And I might get one out the fridge and see what's going on with it. But I might have to throw those away. But these are beautiful. These are perfect. But they're just so tiny. What's up with our produce, y'all? Lately, don't try to buy a cauliflower because you're getting cheated. Honey, the cauliflowers are so tiny, you almost need to buy 1 per person. It's like, what is going on? And y'all still charging me $5, $6 for this cauliflower that's the size of a tomato. Thank you for the hearts. I see them. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, so this one is good. This one, it might need an extra day. And don't buy those avocados that are frozen. They're already peeled and they're frozen. They will make you think you don't like avocados. They're so bad. They taste terrible. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm kind of forgetting to look over here at my my YouTube family. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all still there? All right. Y'all like guacamole? Hey, Steph. Hey, Goldie. Denise. I see all y'all. Rose. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for following, Rose. Appreciate that. Y'all click that follow button up top. Here, let me show you. Right up there. Right there. You see it? See where it says Well Diva up there? And you see my photo? I think that's where you go. Or maybe it says Well Diva, and to the right it says follow. Click that button. Follow me. I'll be doing this every Sunday. Well, I know something, let me not lie. Not every Sunday. Every Sunday that I'm available. Some Sundays I'm not. But this is the third Sunday in a row that I have been able to make it work in my schedule. And then Monday through Friday, I am on live on TikTok, giving you some health and wellness motivation, support, encouragement, education. I'm doing all things health and wellness Monday through Friday on TikTok at 8 a.m. Eastern. Okay. So join me live Monday through Friday. I am walking on my treadmill to get my steps in, and I invite you to walk and join me. As opposed to just sitting at your cube, you could maybe get you a walking pad to put under your desk at work so that you're not being so sedentary, because a sedentary lifestyle is the quickest way to shorten your life. Okay, to shorten your lifespan. All right, so we have 2 avocados here, and I think that'll do. I don't have to have a third one. I'm going to put a nice generous pinch of salt, maybe another one. I'm going to put some lime juice in there. Okay. I put, I only have 2 avocados, so a half juice of half a lime should be enough. Okay. And then I just realized I'm out of onion powder. I just remembered I bought garlic powder thinking I was out of garlic powder. So now I have 2 garlic powders. So I'm gonna put garlic powder in it. Instead of onion powder, I'm gonna put just a little bit of garlic powder. Gives it a wonderful flavor. I like my guacamole to have a little bit of chunk in it. I don't like to whip it to the point of, like it's pureed or like it's baby food. I just like it to have a few chunks. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Okay, that should do it. Okay. Oh, I got a whole lot caught up in there. Hold on. Let me get that out. A whole lot of it is in there, y'all. Get my avocado out of there. Do y'all like avocado toast? I had to kind of stop eating avocado toast when I left California because these people out here don't know how to make avocado toast. It is a California thing. And if you've had avocado toast, if you like avocado and you've had avocado toast and you think you don't like avocado toast, you probably had it done wrong. Because when it's done right, it is very good. But a lot of places think they're making avocado toast and they are not. And it is terrible and it gives it a bad name. And I hate that. Okay. All right. So still got some chunks in here, which I want a few chunks. I don't want it all soft, but I might have missed a couple of them. Okay, if your avocado can be mashed with a fork, it is ripe enough. If not, it's not. And I don't know what to tell you because once you peel it, that's it. All right, that's pretty much done. I'm gonna taste it. Okay, there's my avocado. You get a chip. See if it's seasoned enough. And it is. That's good. That's good. All right, now should I put that in the cube? Because it's not that much. I could fit that in here and just eat the rest. I think that's what I'm gonna do, y'all. Not a bad idea. Who thought of that? All right, that is good. I need another spatula. Let's see, do I have a little one over? I don't want to lose nothing. I think, well, I'm gonna take me a chip and clean this bowl with a chip. Look at that. That is a perfect fit. All right. Ooh, I'm not wasting none of that. All right, y'all. My salad cube is good to go. Okay. So I have my guacamole. I have my jalapenos. I have my radish. I have my peach salsa, and then I have pickled red onions and limes. So that's good to go. Put the lid on that, and that will go in the fridge. So when I get ready to eat, that's the only thing I need to pull out, and I won't put it on there too tight because I'm gonna refer back to that. Okay, only thing left is I need a salad dressing. And I was kind of trying to decide between an avocado dressing, a creamy avocado, and a vinaigrette. And I'm looking around, and since my avocado doesn't feel quite right, I think I'm gonna go with the vinaigrette. Okay. All right. So this was gonna be if I did the avocado. I'm gonna eat that off camera later. All right. So now I'll make me a quick dressing. I'll do a vinaigrette. I may make a creamy dressing later because I'm kind of looking at what I got here. So anyway, I have some red wine vinegar. Okay, we'll use that. This is I guess kind of inspired by Chipotle, the dressing that they act like they don't want to give you when you get a salad at Chipotle. Do y'all always have to ask for the dressing? Like, I don't think they've ever just given me the dressing. Okay, this is olive oil. I feel like I always have to ask for the dressing. Like, what's up? I need to make this last for the week, so let me make a little bit extra. You know what? I'm thinking about putting a little bit of the pickled red onion juice in here. Hold on. I wonder how that'll be. Ooh, that stuff's strong. Put just a teeny bit. Ooh, that's strong. All right. All right, then I'm going to put a generous pinch of salt. Okay. I'll put some more of this garlic powder because I don't feel like chopping up no fresh garlic today. I'm not doing it. All right. And then from my understanding, I got a little bit of honey left in there. From my understanding, they put honey in it at Chipotle, agave or honey. I happen to have some honey because I'm not vegan. I will eat honey, so I'll put that in there. Since I got that left, I might as well use that up instead of opening a new one, huh? All right, so I put a little honey in there. Now let me see how this tastes. Where's my fork? I'm sure I gotta get a clean one. Got a little, I like to use my whisk. Let me do that. Okay, let's see how this tastes. I should put a little bit of pepper, huh? I put a little bit of pepper. I like black pepper sometimes. As you can see, I didn't put it in anything else. I'm not a huge fan, but it's okay sometimes. All right, and that's it. Let's see how that tastes. But I think I want to do a creamy salsa type of dressing too. I might do that. If y'all still here, I may let y'all see me make another dressing, okay? All right, so that's whipped up. I got my tasty spoons here. Let's see. That's good. What do you need though? Need some salt. I need a little salt and some garlic. I feel like it needs some. Look, a lot of garlic. Okay, that was a lot. I might even want to put a little water in it to stretch it out. Oh, lime. I forgot lime. Yeah, I think it needs lime. Okay, now let's check it out. Also, that salt, it's not going to melt that fast. I have to really whip this to get that salt to melt. That's why sometimes you over salt stuff if your salt doesn't get a chance to melt, you know? We don't want that. Okay. Oh, that's better. Oh, it's real tangy. Oh, I think a little bit more, I think a little more honey would be good. A little oil. I feel like it needs something to thicken it up. It's got a good flavor though. But it's like really watery. So I was thinking the honey would thicken it up, but I don't want to make it too sweet. Where did I put that honey? Oh, here it is. Okay. I don't think it'll be too sweet, but just a little bit more. Is there any more in there? Might not be no more, huh? Here it is. There it is. Yeah, just that's all I need. Just a taste. There we go. All right, that's all I need. I might save that jar. I could use that for something else. Okay. Now let's see how that is. So that's red wine vinegar, olive oil, salt and pepper, lime juice, and honey. And I mean, it was just a drop of the pickled red onion juice. I don't think it's enough to even count. And plenty of garlic powder. I was supposed to chop up fresh garlic, but I did not. So I used garlic powder. That's good. All right. Okay, so we have our dressing. I will put it in one of these little things. I don't think these are in my TikTok shop. I need to add them. These are zip top. They're like reusable, like, you know, Ziploc bags, but reusable. They're silicone too. I love them. I've had these for a few years. They're wonderful. I don't know if they still sell these though. But anyway, that's my salad dressing. And I might make one more dressing, y'all. Because what I do is I take a little bit of salsa and vegan mayo. Might as well do it. Still standing here talking about it. Because I like a creamy option for a dressing. So I use this salsa, Herdez. That's the one I like to use. Okay. Tastes pretty good. And I can use this. I'll rinse it out. I don't want it to be too sweet. All right, right, so we're gonna use some of this dressing. Okay. And then I got some vegan mayo. I'll use some of that. You can use regular mayo, of course. I'm just gonna use one big old spoon of it, I guess. Or maybe two. Okay. And what else, y'all? Put a little bit of vinegar. I don't know if I want to use the red wine vinegar though. I got rice vinegar. Whatever. I think it'll be fine. Just a little. If I had more lime, I probably would do lime juice, but that's it. Used up all the lime. Okay. There's a little bit. All right. And just whip that up, and that's a dressing too. Might be too loose though. Yeah, that's too loose. Good Lord, it's like soup. I'll put some more of this. I had some avocado to thicken it up. That would work too. Okay. All right, so that's a dressing. That's my other dressing, my creamy option. That was quick. Yep. That's cool. I don't have to do anything else to that. Pour that in here. And now I have two dressings. And I'm good to go. Okay, hold on. All right, now to put it all together. I'm gonna put it all together in my my fridge drawer. Now I might have to turn. I gotta turn you guys around so you can see. And I don't know how easy that's gonna be, but I am definitely going to make my attempt to turn you around so you can see my fridge drawer where I'm creating my salad bar. Okay. Hey, y'all still here? I'm just finishing up with my meal prep. Now I'm just gonna put everything away and just kind of show you everything I did. I might have to put this in the pantry. Okay, I'll put that in the pantry. These go in the pantry. Okay. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna put everything away. One sec, YouTube. All right, okay, I'm gonna just have to take y'all with me. I don't think I can turn this thing around. I don't think I can turn around, but hold on, YouTube. I'll be right back. Trying to move everything around so y'all can see what's what here. Okay. All right. So, how come I don't see the fridge? That's weird because the fridge is right here. Okay. All right. Can y'all see? You can't really see, huh? So here's the fridge drawer. Okay. So I'm going to put everything in there. But YouTube, y'all can't see it. Can you? Hold on. Hold on, TikTok. I'm trying to make it where everybody can see what I'm doing. Okay. All right, now. Okay, so now y'all can see, huh? Dang, not really. It's like it needs to be up a little higher. I mean, you can see the drawer, but you can't really see what's going in it. Hold on, y'all. Let me get situated here. Okay, now I think you can see. Yes. Okay. Now TikTok, I gotta find some way to make sure you can see what's going on here. Hold on. Bear with me for a moment. I'm trying to make this happen without dropping the phone. Okay, now can you see inside the drawer? You can see a little bit. See, if I could keep it right there, you can see. All right. Dang, that didn't work. Hold on. It's not sticking. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to make this work for you. I may just have to hold the phone, okay? But anyway, I'm going to, those avocados I was talking about, they might not be no good. I'm gonna check them out tomorrow. I'm gonna move this stuff out the way for now. And this was, oh, that's real cheese. I thought that was fake cheese. Okay, I might put that in the freezer. All right, so I had some veggie meat I was gonna make, but I'm not gonna make that today. I'm making a salad bar today. Okay. All right, YouTube. I know y'all are good. You can see what's going on. So, TikTok, these containers I was telling y'all about, they fit nicely into my fridge. Okay. So, let's see. I can put my dressing over here. And let me get my quinoa. Okay, so I got my quinoa. And these little containers have lids, thankfully. Okay, so I have my dressings here. And how I'm gonna get this in here, y'all? So maybe I'll put these here. I'll put these over here. And then I have this here. Right? That makes sense? Okay, and then I still have my peppers. Put these over here. Okay. And then I got my peppers. And I have my corn and tomato salsa. And I think that's everything. And then the arugula, I'm going to put arugula in one of these containers as well. And so that's pretty much it. That is my salad bar for the week. I think I'm going to put one more container with arugula in it. It's already in a container, so I could actually leave it. Let's see. Okay, I mean, I could technically leave that in there. And that's it. That is my meal prep for the week. Can y'all see that? I'm sorry. Sorry, YouTube. So that's it, y'all. So I got cilantro, lime, quinoa. I got my kind of grilled peppers, corn tomato salsa, and then I have all my condiments there. I got some red cabbage and arugula, and then I have my chickpeas. And that's it. So that's what I'm gonna be eating on this week. Okay, and then I have the 2 dressings. And that's it. So I guess I'll see y'all next time. And one of these days, I'm gonna see if y'all want to meal prep with me, and then we can start at a certain time. Send you the list of what you need because we gotta cook for ourselves, y'all. We can't just depend on, um, you know, DoorDash to nourish us, and then wonder why we sick. That's not a plan. DoorDash is more of a, it's cool for those times when you just didn't have time to cook, but that shouldn't be more than once a week. It really shouldn't. We really should be cooking for ourselves, taking care of ourselves. It's definitely financially better to cook for yourself, but it's also better health wise. And get your kids in the kitchen. Cooking should not be a lost art at this point. Like, your kids should be cooking, not just your daughters, your sons. Everybody should know how to cook for themselves. That's a life skill that we all need. When I used to work at university, I would go and teach the students how to cook for themselves, not just for them to come into the dining hall and sit down and expect everybody to, cook for them, but those who didn't live in a dorm, they lived in apartments, they needed to learn how to cook. So, you know what? I could put together a bowl right quick. Usually I kind of just log off and go eat. So let me put together a bowl so y'all can see what this is going to look like. How about that? That makes sense, huh? All right, so I'm gonna start with some arugula. And I'm gonna leave it right in this container that they got. What's the point of taking it out of that, huh? So I'll go with some arugula. I have some cabbage also, not just the red cabbage, but I also have some green cabbage. But today I'll go with the arugula. And I'll get me some of these delicious chickpeas. And then I want some of these pumpkin seeds. I'm gonna get some radish, of course. I don't want any jalapeno because I already got them chickpeas. They hot. And then I want some guacamole. Where's my spoon? Oh, here it is. Excuse me, y'all. Be right back. I want some guacamole on my bowl. This is a kind of a lightweight bowl. I'll probably come back and get more. Oh, no, I want some peppers too, y'all. Forgot about the peppers. And I want some of this salsa. And some quinoa. Okay, and I'll take the vinaigrette dressing. And there we go. There's my bowl. Isn't that lovely? Isn't she lovely? Made from love, made from self-love, honey. Okay. I got some tortillas. I'll probably put a little tortilla chips. I'll put a little of that on there. And I'm gonna drizzle my vinaigrette that I made. And that's gonna be dinner for the next few days. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining me. And if you're on TikTok, you can go into my TikTok shop if you want to get those the little containers or the cubes. I love that thing. The one with the 6 cubes. I don't know what they call it. Silicone food storage containers. I don't know, but those are really nice. I use those quite a bit. Okay. All right. I'll see y'all next time. Make sure you follow me, subscribe if you're on YouTube, follow if you're on TikTok, and I will see you next time. Y'all have a happy Father's Day if we got any fathers here. All right. Bye-bye. Okay. All right, YouTube. I'll see y'all next time. Thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate you. Bye bye.